Okay, buddy, really? Yeah, everybody's here on fucking SoundCloud and they're all just posting their fucking shits. Okay, Ransom is there. What's up, boy? Yo, what's up, Daniel? What's good, buddy? What's good, buddy? Alright, let me check my SoundCloud. Hold on. Oh, I still have 346 followers. I have a lot of stuff here. Hold on, I'm gonna play some shits. Oh my fucking god. Oh me god, I'm sorry about that, chat. Hold on, Hold on, Daniel, I'm gonna text Torres. Torres. Oh, buddy. So what would you like to know around the fucking video, Daniel? Oh, check the video really quick. Nigers and Nathan chicken. So what do you guys want me to do? I got an Omlet arcade right here, which is I could stream on. I could check other people, but it's whatever. Most people just stream Fortnite. Other people stream weird stuff. A lot of people are streaming creative destruction. Wow. Oh my god. My jump shotgun is nice. Sure, right, not follow. Ooh, let's go, guys. I'm level 5. Make calls and users. It's really easy to start on this. Daniel, I should aware you. You should start on this too, where you could stream on mobile. Collect that. Let's go, fam. I don't have any tokens. I think I have to buy tokens with like actual money. Or you guys could send me tokens, I think. I don't remember. Hold on, check. Notifications. Yo, Daniel, are you still in the chat? Sure, I'll create a squad. Daniel, if you're watching this, you should come and join my squad. I'm gonna put the squad not the squad logo. Why does it go back to my fucking photos? I don't want it to go through my photos. I should not. I need it to go through my fucking gallery, I think. Game social media play on SoundCloud. This, I never made that, but okay. Whoa, buddy, whoa! This man just said he went and walked in on his mom. Send email. I guess we'll just watch this guy, see how he does on mobile. Yeah? Fuck is knocking on my door, dude. Alright, hold on, chat. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, boys. Sorry about that. Hello? Right, yeah, I can hear myself. What's good, boys? What's good? I'm gonna put that on for right now. Don't want you looking at my history, fam. Oh my fucking god, chat, listen to this. Oh my fucking god. I'm sorry.
And now the you fucking dyke. We close.
I'm sorry.
You're trying my. And now the you fucking dyke. We close.
I'm sorry.
You're trying my fucking.
I'm not.
And now the you fucking dyke. We close.
Now it's fully closed. Fucking dyke. Whoa, buddy. Fucking dyke.
Sorry.
You're trying my. And now the we close. I'm sorry. You're trying my fucking.
Boy! Bro, it's fucking weird. That is like Seption, bro. Jesus Christ, that's so fucking loud.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're continuing the Chucky franchise.
Alright, I'm gonna look at this as a reaction, so please, YouTube, don't copyright strike me.
It was clear that a sequel was going to get made. Universal Pictures bought the rights to the Chucky property, and writer Don Mancini returned to pen the follow-up to his Chucky doll creation. Mancini and David Gershman would go on to write and produce, respectively, every movie in the franchise, which is rare for a long-running horror series, especially one with as many tonal changes as the Chucky movies. But the first sequel was very much in line with the original. It's mostly a straight horror film, with Chucky making a few quips here and there, and much of the film focused on the returning protagonist, Andy Barclay. The good thing is, we don't have to spend half the movie setting up Chucky as a killer doll, so we can jump right in and start...
Mr. Montenegro! Wait, Daniel.
right away.
Daniel, do you have a fucking Google account or some shit so I could add you on my fucking Google Hangouts here? I wanna fucking add you, fam. Invites, I don't know who the fuck, no, invites, all that sad. Why you got my mans all sad, bro? What the fuck, add an account, manage accounts, add account. Nigga, what the fuck? Invites, Richard. I'm gonna leave this, and I do not know how to leave that. Invites. No invites. Wait a minute. Or try. Daniel, are you still here? Hello?
Returning protagonist Andy Barclay. The good thing is we don't have to spend half the movie setting up Chucky as a killer doll, so we can jump right in and start killing right away. Speaking of which, let's get to him. The movie begins with a reassembly. They're putting Chucky back together, and for some reason, they're keeping the same underlying skeleton and just putting all new parts on over it. It's like that one philosophical question. If you take Abe Lincoln's hatchet and replace its head and later replace its handle, is it still Abe Lincoln's hatchet? Is this still our same psychopathic murder doll? Where you have philosophers? Anyway, this generic-looking CEO arrives and talks to his generic-looking toady about where we are in the series. Andy's mother is in a psychiatric ward, and Andy's in foster care. And the reason they're recreating Chucky is to prove to stockholders that there's no problem with the doll and that they can go back to making money. While the technician is putting in the final touches, though, some kind of supernatural force electrocutes him and sends him through a window, giving us our first kill of the movie just 6 minutes into the film. I bet CEO guy is just happy he has one less paycheck to hand out that week. But he's still upset about how this looks and tells his toady Mattson to make it all go away, even micromanaging to tell Mattson exactly how to get rid of the doll. Stick it up your ass. Time to catch back up with Andy, played again by Alex Vincent, who's 2 years older but still a pretty cute kid. He's in foster care and is being window shopped by Joanne and Phil Simpson. Even though Phil is skeptical because of the whole, killer doll thing, they end up taking him home to this atrociously painted bubblegum house of horrors. Dear Lord, that looks like the single most uncomfortable place for an 8-year-old to be. Especially because Phil's such a stickler for rules. Andy meets his new foster sister Kyle, who dresses like she hangs out with Judy Funny. I'm actually really into the foster sibling relationship in this movie because you don't usually see that in media. Andy's other new foster sibling is a good guy doll who drops onto his head from the top of his closet. Andy flees in terror, but Phil just uses the opportunity to lay down more rules.
Andy, rule number 2, no running in the house.
Yeah, hey Phil, maybe rule number 1 for you should be don't have good guy dolls booby-trapped in the closet to trigger your new foster child. Back at good guy headquarters, Mattson leaves work in the middle of a thunderstorm and throws Chucky in with the rest of the toys in his back seat. Might not want to get pulled over with all those little kid toys in your car, dude. Looks pretty weird. While he's stopping by a liquor store, Chucky grabs his car phone and calls the foster agency to find out where Andy is.
This is his uncle, Charles.
Foster place worker Grace Poole tells Chucky this information. And that seems real messed up, man, that anyone could call up a foster agency and get info on a little kid by using a shitty alias.
Your mom is so fat. Fat. Snap.
Twice. After Mattson hits the road again, Chucky pulls a gun.
What the hell?
He reacts pretty nonchalantly.
Okay, what do you want?
Dude, there's a possessed doll holding a gun to your head, and you sound like you're answering a phone call from a friend you just hung up with. Chucky has him park in an empty lot before taking a plastic bag and wrapping it around his head, strangling Mattson to death for our second kill 20 minutes in. That's twice in 2 movies that Chucky has attacked someone from the backseat of a car. Maybe they should have made that his thing throughout the series. But no, they went with shitty puns instead. Chucky first person runs his way to Andy's new home, where he bumps into his replacement.
Shut up, you idiot.
When the OX get a new man who looked just like you, Chucky busts open Tommy's face with that porcelain thing Andy was messing around with earlier, then buries his fellow good guy in the backyard, giving us a good look at the improved animatronics in this movie. And also how they use the top-down forced perspective to have a real person play Chucky, because that is definitely a person in a costume. The next morning, Phil's super pissed about his broken statue and grounds both the kids, giving them some together time, during which Andy shows how ex-core he is by taking a drag off Kyle's cigarette. Kyle commiserates with Andy how shitty it is to be a foster kid, a point that's driven home later when Andy overhears Phil talking shit about him in the kitchen. I love that somehow Phil doesn't notice Andy standing right freaking there with the door open. Just imagine yourself in Phil's position. It's very obvious that there's a kid standing behind that door. That night, Chucky gets straight to work, tying up Andy in bed and attempting to get some quality playtime in.
I got a new game, sport. It's called Hide the Soul.
Oh, that sounds fun. How do you play? Damn it, Chucky, that's the same game we played before. You just stuck a new name on it. Kyle comes home late and interrupts what certainly has to look like a strange situation to her. I bet you think Andy into some kinky shit. The ruckus wakes Phil and Joanne, and since Phil don't like to be aroused like that, he angrily tosses Chucky down into the basement. This gives Chucky a nosebleed, meaning he'd better get to work on that little boy's body soon. Sorry, phrasing. The next day, Andy heads off to school, and Chucky hitches a ride underneath the bus. During recess, while Andy's busy with a rousing game of ball and fence, Chucky finds his homework assignment, vandalizing it so that later, when the teacher, Miss Kettlewell, is going through them, she gets a nice little personal message. She puts Andy in detention, and when she thinks he wants to play with Chucky, she throws Chucky in the closet and locks it. She also locks Andy in the room room, which is like a serious fucking fire hazard, lady. So when Chucky scares Andy through the closet peephole, Andy's unable to get out the door and is forced to climb out the window instead. He ain't having it. Kettlewell returns and thinks that the noises coming from the closet is Andy, so she goes to give him a good scolding, probably with a yardstick, judging by her lock-em-up methods of punishment. Chucky jumps out and stabs her with an air pump, injecting her with air, which I thought would, like, kill her, but it doesn't. Instead, Chucky gets to dish out some corporal punishment of his own. You've been very naughty, Miss Kettlewell. He beats her to death with the yardstick for the third kill of the film in a pretty artistic way for a slasher sequel. Each strike of the yardstick pulling the camera out more and more. And you can still see the yardstick going up and down even in this furthest away shot. That's awesome. Phil gets more and more pissed about Andy's behavior, yelling to Joanne that he's not their child. So Kyle comforts Andy and tells him